Welcome. Today on Dalton Gang Off Grid, I'm going over how to make some catch boxes for bees. In the spring and early summer, bees will tend to swarm hives and trees and whatever else they live in. And oftentimes you can catch them in a box just made of simple things. So today I'm using a couple of old boxes. Okay, so I'm building them out of just some old hive super boxes. So what I'm going to start off doing is I've got a small top here, and I'm going to put right on the top side of this super. I'm going to just kind of level it up some, get it kind of squared all off there. And I'm using 1.25 inch flooring nails for nailing it together. They're easy to get out. This here top, it's old, so it don't matter if you nail into it. I'm gonna just beat these in here, and they're ring shanked, so they're gonna hold into that wood with the grain.
That's cool.
Now once you get that on there, you're gonna look and make sure it don't just have a huge hole in it or anything. This one already had a bottom on it. Looked like somebody already used it long years ago. It was a metal plate or like a top plate, you know, with a handle in it, but somebody patched it up here with some duct tape and stuff, so it should hold out and hold the bees in. We'll just, but what next is you want to do is you want to lay it on its side. And we got these doors at the hardware store today. Pick these doors up. And what we'll want to do is place them on here where we're going to want to place the door. And then what we're going to want to do is find a screw that will fit this hole right here, which is going to take a little one. But we want to find a screw that fits the hole. And then go ahead and mount this right on this side of this super. So as we mount that on the side there, okay, that's what it should look like right there. You just kind of want to even up your hole to where you want it. Maybe you want it in the bottom, maybe you want it more at the top. I think we'll put this one more at the top. And so what we'll do is we'll take and get a auger bit here, a hole bit, and let's just make the hole 1 1/8 inch. That'll give them enough room to get in there and move in and out freely. And then we'll just center this up somewhere in the middle of that hole there. And just drill that out. And that's all you do for now. And then what we'll do is we'll take and attach some way to hold it at the top here, and at the bottom we'll tie it to a tree, right in the side of a tree, right like that. And then whenever we catch the bees, if we catch them, then all we've got to do to transport them is just close that off, that lid, and that'll hold tight so they don't get out of there. Nothing can get out, nothing can get back in, and come straight to the house. And since it's only nailed in with, I think I put eight nails in it. Since it's only nailed in with 8 nails, you can just take your pry bar, get in there, and pry up the top and look and see what you got. Put them back in your hives. So that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to make a couple more here, and then we'll show you how we hang them. As I was thinking about different things and how we was going to hang them, I thought these nails, they're just fenced nails. Go to the first barb at least so it don't come back up out of there. But just hammer them in there. About to the first spot there. And then on this one you got to turn it over because it don't go that way. And then just hammer this one in. Okay, just to the first barb. Then you got enough area to tie rope at the top and at the bottom, and you can hold it against a tree. So if you got old frames or bought old frames or just got given to you old frames, you want to clean them. Or if you just got old frames out of your old beehive, you just want to clean them off because they'll have a bunch of wax on them and whatnot. So you just clean them off. Clean both sides of them off. This here is the piece that keeps your wax locked in. Boy, these are in rough shape, some of them. So you gotta kind of go easy on them if they're old. You know, they're not made out of real thick wood, any of them. They're just kind of real thin stuff. They'll break real quick on you. So you just kind of want to go at her real easy. So once you get them apart, some of them are just kind of being a bear cat. They're just so dadgum glued together. That wax really glues in them.
I can get all these stuff off there.
So
this wax didn't glue this together.
well, for the most part, I didn't break much there. But what you want to do is just clean them off.
I found some wax, Daddy. I found some wax, Daddy. Look. Daddy, I found some
And
wax.
then you'll, after you get them all cleaned off, pocket knife or some kind of scraper, maybe a putty knife would look good. I don't know.
Look, Daddy.
Anyways, anyways, after you get all that cleaned off, and this here mess cleaned off, then you find your wax and you stick it in there, and that plate goes on top of it. And you nail a couple nails in there. And now here's these are waxed foundations, and I'm just putting them in here, just like so. They're a booger. These wax ones are really difficult to get in without tearing them up. You don't want to tear them up. You just want to put them in there really, really slow. Once you get them in so far, then they're kind of a little easier. Then you just kind of go just like that. Okay, just like so. Just put them in there, but now they're still not quite right there. So you take your piece or pieces, and you take them and you put them on there just like this, the edge of it, and it holds it together. Sometimes they bust on you. These are really old, so they bust easy. Sometimes you gotta be real careful when you're working with old stuff. And then you get it as tight as you can, so there's not much movement in that wax foundation. And you just nail your staples in there, little bit by little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this this frame right in this hole here, somewhere in there. It don't matter really where it goes. And then we'll take a little bit of spray. And this deal here says spray 2 to 3 sprays of Swarm Commander directly on your inner cover or telescoping lid. Also spray twice on your landing board. Repeat weekly or as needed. So I'm gonna spray it one time on this, so gotta work the pump up to where it's gonna spray. I'm gonna spray it once, twice on that part, and then I'm gonna spray it twice on the front of the box. Okay, so I sprayed it on that part. Now we're gonna just set it over real gently. We're gonna put this top on. I'm gonna hammer this top on.
Can I do a couple?
So that's all I'm gonna do on that top of that. Okay, now we're gonna find us a tree. The reason why I picked this tree is this used to be where we had our old hive. And when they went off years ago, and we never did get back into them because they costed so much, and I don't know, you know, the list goes on. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get this up. So I want to take and get my end of my string. So the end of your rope, string, 550 cord, whatever you're using. You want to get that, and you want to just put just a simple knot in there, something that holds. You know, that'll hold. That ain't going nowhere. Just a little simple knot. That way you can just take it and go like that, get it back apart real easy. Because you're gonna need in there. So, you know, this cord will do that if you do it real easy. Or you can do something like this. Something like that, and then just pull the end. Bam, you've got it. We'll do that knot. Now we just want to take this in here. Zach, come over here. Now you're going to lift the box up. Lift it up real careful on the bottom. There you go. Pick it up. Okay, and we're going to set it a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Right about there is where we want to go with that. Now, what we want to do is leave that in the tree. That would be fine there in that tree. So what we're wanting to do is we want to get it like that. And then what I'd like to do is take a nail. Well, he's got it held up like that. You just want to take a nail. You might need a hand. And you want to just drive it in until at least it holds. It don't have to be in deep. You don't have to kill the tree. You just want to put it in deep enough to where it holds. Then you want to get your cutters or your knife or whatever you got. And mine's right here. That's all right, Zach. I got it. And then you want to cut this somewhere off. You know, leave you some extra. Even if you have to, go way down here. You can keep this with your box. And you know where you hung it last year. You know if you caught any bees. You know, but if you hang it somewhere else, then you'll know exactly that you've got more string there. What you want to do, just tie that up like that. So you've got 2 hooks there. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. So now that's pretty tight there. We're going to tie that tight on there. Okay, and then you just want to take it, whoops, come down there. Okay, now it caught. Now, you might want to put a double loop in this one. That way it's going to hold on there so it don't fall off. Okay, now you're good there. And then take a little bit of this spray. Spray right there. You want it to smell real good around that hole. Make sure your dill's kind of sitting up if you can see it in there, and then just spray one more up in there. And then that's how you do it. And you hope something comes to it. So, I don't know if maybe that won't be high enough, or maybe it will, but we're going to try this height first, and then we're going to go over there to another spot and put one, and then we're going to go to another spot and put another.